had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So then I'm doing IT, and when I go to plug the servers in, they become sentient, and they won't let us access our network unless we forward their chain emails and memes to more and more and more people, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant finds and invites best fit candidates to apply, so you can discover talent you may have missed. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
The Subaru Share the Love event is on from November 20th to January 2nd. During this event, Subaru donates to charities like the ASPCA, helping support more than 142,000 animals so far. When you purchase or lease a new vehicle during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru and its retailers will make a minimum $300 donation to charity. Visit Subaru.com/share to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by McAfee.
Finish your fantasy lineup?
No, but I'm joining this paid group chat with insider info.
Dude, seriously? Forward it to me. Security alert from McAfee. That group's as legit as that knockoff jersey you're wearing.
McAfee's scam detector is available in all McAfee plans for as little as $39.99 for your first year. Learn more at McAfee.com/online protection.
In Walmart Sue Newville, time was ticking away. Only a few nights left till the big holiday. But last-minute gifters had no need to worry. Walmart Express Delivery got their gifts in a hurry. From Nintendo to Nespresso and Lego flowers, they could check off their lists in as fast as an hour. All of Newville, East, West, South, and North, could order gifts up until 5 p.m. on December 24th. So this holiday, just do as the Who's do. With gift delivery this fast, they all gasped. From Walmart? Who knew? Subject to availability, terms and fees apply.
There's still so much to play for with 2 weeks left in the NFL. But one thing is for sure. Your Philadelphia Eagles are going to the playoffs, and your Philadelphia Eagles are your 2025 NFC East champions. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is. Cover news, notes, and opinions on two great channels, the Eagles Pinpoll Podcast Network and the STT Sports Network over on YouTube. Guys, whichever platform you're watching on, audio or video, make sure you like, you share, you follow, you subscribe, you do all that, and you tune in live daily, Monday through Friday on the STT Sports Network to Trending in the AM, where you can bring your thoughts and opinions and everything I say here over to that show. It's the only show where your opinions matter. And I'm only 65 away from 1,000 subscribers. You know, obviously the Pinpoll's well over 3,000 subscribers, but both channels are fantastic. Guys, it's December 23rd, which means it's Festivus for the rest of it. There's a lot of airing of grievances that we're going to be doing on Tuesday on the STT Sports Network. But right now I'm here to just talk about the Eagles real quickly here and tell you that there's a lot on the line still, but I'm going to be focusing on this team getting healthy. I'm going to be the cautious guy. I'm not going to be the aggressive fan or player or coach or organization. There's a lot on the line. The Eagles are right now sitting in the third spot in the NFC in the playoff standings. They have a chance to get to the 2 spot, currently occupied by the Chicago Bears. If they win out, the Bears lose out, we become the number 2 seed. We are the 3 seed. There's a chance that we could drop to the 4 seed, currently held by the Carolina Panthers in the NFC South. Now, if the Carolina Panthers win out and we lose out, they take the 3 seed and we fall back to the 4 seed. The thing is, we've got Lane Johnson, we got Jalen Carter, maybe Nakobe Dean. Reports are that his hamstring issue is just a minor tweak. But we've got other guys that have been banged up, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens. The goal for the Eagles needs to be getting healthy. And I know everybody wants to see these guys knock the rust off. I know everybody wants to see these guys out there, and they want to push for that 2 seed to guarantee a second home playoff game if they win their first game. I'm here to tell you I'd rather be healthy going into the playoffs than worry about 2, 3, 4 seed. Just get in. Just get there. Get your guys ready. We've seen this Eagles offense improve over the last 3 weeks because, yes, despite losing to the Chargers, despite 5 turnovers, there were glimpses of hope that the offense was turning around all the way back to that Chargers game. It's just Jalen Hurts' worst game of his career. This Eagles team has actually put together arguably one of the better seasons than in recent memory in the regular season. They don't have the 2,000-yard rusher in Saquon Barkley this year. But statistically speaking, this Eagles offense hasn't really been that bad. Jalen Hurts is 14th in the NFL in passing yards right now. But Jalen Hurts has more passing touchdowns than MVP candidates like Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, Baker Mayfield. He's thrown less interceptions than real MVP candidates like Drake May and Josh Allen. Less interceptions than Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, all guys rated higher. And on top of all those touchdown passes, he's also got more rushing touchdowns than Bijan Robinson, his teammate Saquon Barkley, amongst other running backs. So Jalen Hurts is really not having that bad of a season, arguably. Or honestly. He's also got a tight end that's third in the league in touchdowns in Dallas Goedert. A.J. Brown is only 65 yards with 2 games to play, away from 1,000 yards. Devontae Smith only 69 yards. One decent game from A.J. Brown on Sunday against the Bills, and he's had a 1,000-yard season in his 6 years in the NFL, all the years with the Philadelphia. Devontae would have his third 1,000-yard season in that spot. So let's just say it's really not as bad, offensively speaking, as people think, especially considering about some of the defenses that we have faced throughout this year. How many times have I done this show and I go over where the teams rank offensively and defensively in the league, before I make my final predictions? And we're always going up I know the last 2 weeks we've gone up against the Raiders Commanders defense, but before that we've been going up against elite defenses, and our offense is right there. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith are both top 15 receiving yards this year in the NFL. You wouldn't know it from the narrative. Saquon Barkley, now over 1,000 yards, is the 9th leading rusher in the NFL. Now, I know I'm recording this before Monday Night Football, so maybe some of that changes. I don't know. But it's not that bad. The key is to get that offensive line healthy. The key is to make sure no more injuries pop up in the next 2 weeks. That's the key. That's the key crux thing here. The other thing I want to talk about today, it's embarrassing to me, honestly. It really is. Okay? Embarrassing the fan voting for the Pro Bowl. Not just in Philadelphia. I'm sure Philadelphia fans voted nonstop. But only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys on this Eagles roster. This 10-5 NFC East champion, defending Super Bowl champion roster. Only 9 guys have finished in the top 10 on the fan voting. Now, fan voting accounts for a third. Players count for a third, and coaches vote count for a third. So this is not the Pro Bowl rosters being set Tuesday. By when I record on Tuesday for this, Eagles Checkdown, I'll know who makes the Pro Bowl and who doesn't. And the Pro Bowl really doesn't matter. But Cooper DeJean, as the 7th voted cornerback, is the highest ranked player on the Eagles in fan voting. Saquon Barkley 8th, Lane Johnson 8th, Cam Jurgens 9th, which is crazy because he's been bad this year. Landon Dickerson's not been great. He's 9th. Jalen Hurts 9th. Zach Bond, Dallas Goedert, and Keely Ringo on special teams, all 10th. And while some of that's embarrassing, what's really embarrassing about this is the fact that Quinion Mitchell was not voted one of the top 10 best corners in football by the fans. And that just proves why fan voting in sports is just such a bad idea. Because fans don't realize that Quinion Mitchell, even though he has 0 interceptions on this year, is arguably the best cornerback in football. Maybe at worst, the 3rd best cornerback. And he couldn't get top 10 voting at cornerback position. It just goes to show what's wrong with fan voting, but also what's wrong in valuing what a player does. The MVP award, I always talk about it. It's who throws the most passes. Defensive player of the year, who has the most sacks or interceptions. It's not who's most valuable to their team. Arguably, Quinion Mitchell should be in the conversation for defensive player of the year. He ain't going to win it. Jalen Hurts, while he's right now odds-wise 14th in MVP voting, isn't going to come close, but should be. Because what they do to their teams, most valuable players, defensive player of the year, these things go to people. You take them off the team, what happens? You take Quinion Mitchell off this Eagles defense, it gets bad really quickly. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Real quick, Nick Sirianni did reiterate on Monday that, yes, Jake Elliott will remain his kicker, and I think that is the right thing to do at this point. Pulling someone off the street who hasn't kicked an NFL game in a while, even dating back to last year or maybe never, is not necessarily the right thing. You've got 2 weeks to get Jake Elliott's head right or mechanics right, okay? There's very few kickers in NFL history who have been to 3 Super Bowls in a 9-year span, won 2 Super Bowls, but also made clutch kicks in Super Bowls and when it mattered most in the playoffs, quite like Jake Elliott. And I have, like Nick Sirianni, the utmost faith that Jake Elliott will be fine and Jake Elliott will turn around. Guys, everybody have a great, great Tuesday. We are so close to Christmas, so close to the end of the year. Please follow along on all the platforms and make sure you subscribe to the STT Sports Network and the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. Guys, everybody have a great day. Happy Festivus to the rest of us. Go Birds, and bubbles up.
This episode is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of an offensive guard on the football field, but getting an elementary school crossing guard. Sure, they're both guards, but you can only trust one to keep your quarterback safe when the game is on the line. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
Oh, Hilton stay. Your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, a holiday you're saving.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. This season, enjoy spacious, comfortable rooms and friendly service when you book with Hilton instead. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nature's Bounty. Nature's Bounty believes your body is brilliant, naturally designed to thrive, inside and out. For those always looking for new ways to support your health from head to heels, Nature's Bounty has a range of over 400 vitamins and supplements born from 50 years of trust and care. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature. Visit naturesbounty.com to learn more.
Hace 9 años que el Snack Wrap se fue. Así sin explicación, sin despedida. Y tú no lo superaste. Hiciste posts, tweets, hasta abriste grupos en las redes sociales. Y te enfocaste en lograr tu meta, que regresara. Y hoy, después de años de pedirlo, volvió el Snack Wrap. Ordénalo en Ranch o Spicy. Encuentra tu Snack Wrap en tu McDonald's favorito. Para pa pa pa.